In the swirling dance of numbers and transactions that compose our economy, few understand its rhythms, yet these are the beats that dictate our financial future. The economy, often perceived as a complex and esoteric entity, operates more like a simple, albeit powerful, machine. This machinery of economic activity is propelled by basic transactions and cycles that, when understood, can provide remarkable insights into both current and future financial climates. At the heart of the economy lies the transaction, a simple yet profound act where goods, services, or financial assets are exchanged. Each transaction involves a buyer and a seller. The buyer provides money or credit, and the seller provides the product or service. Credit, often misunderstood, is as pivotal as money in these exchanges. It allows transactions to occur even when the buyer doesn't have immediate funds, expanding the economy's capacity for growth. However, credit also introduces an element of risk, making the understanding of its dynamics crucial for economic participation. A market is where buyers and sellers converge to trade, from commodities like wheat to complex financial instruments. Markets are the arenas in which transactions are negotiated and prices are set, based on the collective actions of all market participants. The functioning of these markets, the efficiency of their operations, and their regulation significantly impact economic health. They determine not only the prices of goods and services, but also influence economic trends and patterns. The government and central bank are pivotal in steering the economic ship. The government regulates the economy, sets policies, and sometimes participates as a buyer or seller. The central bank controls the money supply and interest rates, tools that can cool down or stimulate the economy as needed. Their actions can stabilize or destabilize the economy, affecting everything from inflation rates to unemployment. Understanding their roles provides insight into broader economic conditions and policy impacts. Credit, the lifeblood of the economy. Credit is the most significant yet volatile component of the economy. It fuels growth by allowing consumers and businesses to spend beyond their current earnings. However, this creates debts, which can lead to financial crises if not managed properly. The cycle of borrowing and repaying, influenced heavily by interest rates, drives much of the economy's short-term growth and contraction. This cycle needs careful management to prevent it from spiraling into a crisis. Understanding economic cycles. Economic cycles are the natural ups and downs in economic activity. The short-term cycle, lasting about 5 to 8 years, is primarily driven by the fluctuating availability of credit. The long-term cycle, spanning decades, reflects deeper shifts in economic fundamentals, including significant debt accumulations. These cycles are critical for predicting economic phases and preparing for potential downturns, making the study of their patterns and triggers essential for economic planning and investment strategies. Productivity and its impact on the economy. Productivity, output per unit of input, is the backbone of economic growth. Improvements in productivity lead to more efficient production and ultimately to higher living standards. However, productivity gains are often uneven across different sectors and economies, influencing long-term economic health and competitive standings globally. This part of the essay examines how productivity drives sustainable economic growth and how it interacts with other economic factors like credit and market cycles. While productivity measures the efficiency of production, credit determines the volume of economic activity. There's a dynamic interplay between these two forces. Credit boosts spending and thereby production, which, if not matched by productivity, leads to imbalances. Understanding this interplay helps in grasping why economies experience boom and bust cycles and provides insights into managing economic policies effectively. Economic expansions are periods of increasing economic activity, marked by higher spending, lending, and employment. Contractions, meanwhile, occur when there's a reduction in these activities, often triggered by overaccumulation of debt or external shocks. This section explores the causes and effects of these phases, providing a clearer picture of how economic policies and market conditions influence overall economic health. Inflation occurs when prices increase across the board, leading to decreased purchasing power. Deflation, its opposite, involves a drop in prices. Both states can signal unhealthy economic conditions if left unchecked. This part discusses how these phenomena affect everything from consumer behavior to policy decisions, and how they are integral in understanding the broader economic environment. Interest rates are a central tool used by central banks to control economic growth. High rates can curb excessive spending and inflation, while low rates can encourage borrowing and expand economic activity. Understanding how interest rates are set and their direct impact on the economy is crucial for anyone engaged in financial activities or investments. Economic bubbles form when excessive speculation drives asset prices far beyond their intrinsic value, which eventually leads to a crash. These cycles can devastate economies and lead to long periods of recovery. This section examines historical examples of bubbles and crashes, shedding light on their causes and the long-term effects on economic stability. Deleveraging occurs when individuals, businesses, or governments reduce their total debt levels. While necessary for long-term economic health, it can lead to short-term pain, including reduced economic activity and higher unemployment. This part explores the deleveraging process, its necessity, and its impact on the broader economy, providing a foundation for understanding economic recoveries. Governments intervene in the economy through regulations, fiscal policies, and direct market participation. These actions can stabilize or destabilize markets, affecting employment, business growth, and overall economic vitality. This section discusses the balance governments must maintain to foster healthy economic environments while preventing market distortions. Redistribution of wealth occurs through taxation, welfare, and other government policies aimed at balancing economic scales. While controversial, it plays a role in stabilizing economies by reducing inequality. This part discusses the methods and impacts of wealth redistribution, exploring both its benefits and potential drawbacks. Printing money, a double-edged sword. Printing money can stimulate an economy by increasing spending power, but can also lead to inflation if done excessively. This section examines the conditions under which printing money is beneficial and when it might lead to economic problems. Historical examples provide context for understanding the risks and rewards of this complex tool. Achieving a beautiful deleveraging. Beautiful deleveraging is a term used when an economy reduces its debt burden without severe economic downturns or social unrest. This ideal scenario requires balanced approaches from monetary and fiscal policies. This section outlines strategies for achieving a beautiful deleveraging, emphasizing the role of balanced economic management. Reflation, healing the economic wounds. Reflation is the process of restoring price levels and economic activity after a period of deflation or recession. It involves increasing the money supply and often includes fiscal stimulus. Understanding reflation helps in recognizing signs of economic recovery and the effectiveness of policy measures aimed at reviving economic growth. Conclusion. Mastering the understanding of the economic machine is not just academic. It's a practical necessity for making informed decisions in both personal and professional realms. This essay has ventured to illuminate the simple yet powerful elements that drive our economies, providing a compass for navigating the complexities of financial systems. The journey through the mechanics of the economy shows that with knowledge comes the power to anticipate changes and harness opportunities, underscoring the endless value of economic literacy.